You know how when Fontaine was first released, they said it was French-inspired? So I guess we're making French lasagna now. The following content may contain disturbing images for French and Italian people. We are pissing off both the French and the Italians. Let's go. So what I'm gonna do is make lasagna with the appearance of being French. How are we gonna do this? I'm gonna use a French dish called tartiflette. I probably butchered that pronunciation. But it's similar to lasagna, it's just that it's not layered. First, you want to dice your onions. I like to think about life when I cut my onions, because then I have an excuse for crying. Anyways, after your onions are diced, you want to crush your garlic like how society crushes your dreams. Next, slice your potatoes into these round circle things. It should be about this thick. These are gonna be for the tartiflette. Same with the bacon, just cut it into pieces, like squares.
Huh?
Yeah, I know. The way that I'm cutting these is pretty cursed. For the lasagna, we'll be using mozzarella cheese from La Casa del Fontaine. Yes, this is totally French. We're gonna grate that to about this much. And last but not least, the tomatoes. Wait, just let me fix that. French tomatoes. First, we'll make the marinara for the lasagna in a saucepan. We'll just use some olive oil to saute the onions and the garlic, and then add in 3 tablespoons of tomato paste and mix until it's all mushed together. Pop in some dried herbs. I'm using a mixed herb blend of oregano, thyme, and rosemary. I call it the herb mix. We're gonna get our can of whole peeled French tomatoes and dump it in, just like how my ex dumped me. Anyways, I'm gonna add in just a little bit of my water to the remaining juice in the can and pour it in with our mixture. That way we don't waste anything. Next, we'll want to crush our tomatoes into pulp. Usually you would do this with a potato masher, but I don't have one, so I'm copying my parents and beating the tomatoes with the back of a spoon. Yes. This is so scuffed. All right, then we'll get our fresh herbs. So I have some fresh oregano and rosemary, and I'm just tearing them and popping them into the sauce. Add salt and pepper. All right, time for the bechamel. I'm grabbing a whole stick of butter, so about 113 grams. In hindsight, this was way too much. If you decide to eat something like this, don't eat it every day. You will die. I'm just gonna pop that into the saucepan and then sprinkle in equal parts of flour. We're gonna whisk it until it becomes a smooth paste. Turn the heat to medium-low, gradually add in milk and keep whisking. Don't ever stop whisking. I'm just gonna keep adding a little bit more milk and whisking until the mixture becomes smooth and glossy like this. Does that remind you of something? Anyway, set it aside to cool and we're gonna go back to the marinara. I'm being lazy and I'm frying the beef. I'm frying the beef mince and pouring it into the sauce instead of cooking it in the sauce. Don't do what I'm doing. Honestly, this is very bad. This is a bastardization, but I already knew I was gonna piss off the Italians coming into this, so it's fine. I think. We'll move on to the tartiflette now. So same thing with the marinara. We're gonna saute our onions until they're caramelized and then add in your bacon and your potatoes. Try to get the bacon nice and crispy and try to get a little bit of a sear on your potatoes. So you wanna make sure some of the marinara sauce coats the bottom of your tray so then your lasagna doesn't stick. I've bought some oven-ready lasagna pasta sheets. Finally, putting everything together. Only putting my life together was this easy. All right.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
Okay. So don't cut these. Okay, right. Layer on your marinara and spread it until it covers that. We didn't see anything. It's just marinara, right, guys? Good. All right. Then add the bechamel. Fuck. Why is the bechamel clumpy? Oh my god. I think I fucked up. Anyways, we're just gonna cover our sins with mozzarella. Nothing to see here. Just keep layering the pasta, marinara, bechamel, and cheese. For the top layer, we're gonna add only the bechamel sauce after the pasta. Alright, my tray is not the right size, so I'm just putting in some foil to hold the lasagna in place. There we go. All according to Keikaku. Cover the tray in foil and bake at 200 degrees Celsius for 45 minutes. Take it out, and this is where we make it appear. French. Wink wonk. We add our potato, bacon, and onion mixture on top, and then add on some cheese. Traditionally, tartiflette uses like what? Roblachon cheese. I probably butchered that too. But we don't have that kind of cheese in Australia, so I'm just settling for camembert. Layer it on top with the waxy side facing up. This is so that the cheese will melt into the potatoes. We're gonna bake it again without the foil covering for another 20 minutes. And then now it's time to plate. Cut some fresh tomatoes, and then add in a sprig of rosemary and garnish with some fresh oregano. Et voila! French lasagna! I'm gonna get murdered by the French people.